Michael Benson, at the second ending of the fundamental version, why do you go out of the key and play G sharp instead of G? This happens in the vamp too. Is there a music theory reason for this? Yes. Yeah. So when you're in a minor key, there are actually three ways. There are three minor scales. You may have heard about this. There's the natural minor or the Aeolian, which are the same thing. There is the harmonic minor scale, and there is the melodic minor scale. And basically, the natural minor scale is just, or the relative minor scale is just, the notes of A minor are just the same thing as the notes in the key of C. Just all the, in A minor is just all the natural notes. One, so root, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and root, which is basically taking all the notes of C and playing them from A up. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now, back in whenever, the 17th century or something, when music was making this transition from church music and what's called modal, Renaissance music, which is called modal, where you basically, you stick to the notes that are in that scale, right? And so if you build 1, 4, and 5 out of an A natural minor scale, you're going to get a D minor chord and an E minor chord because there is no G sharp. But somebody smart was like, I really want a 5 chord in there. I want like a dominant 7th chord to get me back to A minor. And that means you got to have a G sharp. And so this is the origin of the harmonic minor scale, which is all the same notes as the natural minor scale, except the 7th is raised. So it's harmonic minor because the G sharp is added, the major 7th, for harmonic reasons. It's so we can get that E7 chord, that 5 chord, to take us back to 1. So now we got a 5 chord, everybody's happy, and the scale justifies the chord. It's like, well, if the scale has a G sharp, then I guess we can have an E7 chord now. But then somebody came along and complained. They were like, this big gap here isn't doing it for me. Right? That's a distance of like 3 frets, a minor third. Someone's like, that's too big for a scale. It sounds weird. So the solution is to take the 6th of the scale, which used to be flat 6, F natural, and raise that a whole step to get you up to G sharp. So you get this. And that's called the melodic minor scale. I assume, though I couldn't swear to it because I don't really know, but I have always assumed it's because that change has been made for melodic reasons, right? So the melody works. But we're not quite done, because then someone was like, hey, when I'm on my way down this scale, how do I know it's not a major scale? It sounds major until I get to here. That's confusing. So the solution to that was like, okay, fine. On the way down, we'll go back to the original scale with the flat 7 and the flat 6. But on the way up, we'll use this melodic raise 6, raise 7. So that's why you've got these 3 scales, and the third one is completely weird. You got natural minor, you got harmonic minor, and then you have melodic minor, which does that on the way up, and then does natural minor on the way back down. Except when you're playing jazz, in which case the melodic minor does the same thing, going up and going back down. So there's really, I don't know, what is that, 5 different ways to think about it? Very confusing. The upshot of it is you can have a G sharp because in modern times, in a minor key, on the cutting edge of the 18th century, you're allowed to have a G sharp in the key of A minor, and it helps you make an E7 chord, and that helps you resolve back to A minor. So I hope that helps.